So when we started this project, Better Place, it was very simple. We wrote a 3-page document. We gave this to the president of Israel, Shimon Peres. And he said, when you can find a car maker to make these cars and the money to fund this, then I will give you a country. And after 3 months, we had Israel. Other people say, okay, it works in Israel because Israel is a transportation island. On the left side, you have water. To the right side, you never go. So we picked the next island. We picked Denmark. It was also an island because maybe Germany is connected to Denmark. So Denmark was a fantastic other idea because they have so many windmills that they use the battery to store their energy. And what they deliver at the end is a proof point for renewable energy in a kind of smart grid way, because what they do is energy security with the wind produced overnight. They charge the whole fleet overnight, and they don't have to give the electricity for negative price back to the stock market. Then we got again criticized that we only can do islands because we did Hawaii. California was also not good because California is always doing things which don't work. Then we took Ontario and Canada. They said, okay, this is because Detroit just sucks. And then I said, okay, let's pick another island. So we picked Australia. This was also not good enough. This was the only island we could find which is a continent and has 15 million cars. Then we moved on to Japan. They said, okay, Japan, wow, battery switch won't work. So we made a battery switch system there. And finally, we took now France, made also a taxi project. We have now Chinese partners. So what I can tell you is it works. And I would like to give you some impressions how it works. This is Israel, the shopping center in Israel. We roll out this charging infrastructure. 2011, it is a mass rollout, multiple 10,000 of the charge spots, and it just works. Denmark will come half a year later, and so we have shown in Japan a switch station. So first of all engineers and German OEMs said you never can switch a battery in a car. You know, on their presentations, they tell me that they are working on cars who drive alone, but you cannot switch a battery. Okay, so after we have shown this, that you can switch in 1 minute, they came to Yokohama and had a look at it. And here comes the point. What do you think are German engineers doing when they see this? They will improve it. Because this is when you think things don't work, just go to an engineer and say, I think you can't do that. And then they will make it better. We went to Denmark and showed for COP15 the first managed network. Also Tesla was charging there in a fantastic way. And you see also with no cars still roll on. And then they said, yeah, but there won't be cars. So we went to France. This is Renault Fluence. It was published 4 weeks ago. For a French car, it really looks nice. I drove 20 years only German cars. I got the first test drive, and we had been forced to do it. So we went to this test drive lab, and I got in there, you know, steering wheel, seat, everything was there. It's a real car. And it's really cool to drive. I can tell you, this car makes 0 to 100 in 9 seconds. It is silent. It's 140, 160. It goes 150 kilometers. It really looks great. It's pure electric with a switchable battery. And the good thing is the price will be between 10 and 15,000 euro. For such a car, and you get the driving feeling of an Audi A6. So cars are just there. Real customer experience. So we said, how can we educate the people? So we went to Israel. We took the dirtiest place we could find. This is the oil tank. We converted this oil tank into a customer briefing center. People go there. We have every day 350 people there, and 50 people signed to have such a car. This is a 10,000 car dealership, and we don't sell cars. Funny thing is, a mother came there, and she said, I just signed up for a car. And I said, do you like the car? She said, no. I don't even need a car, but my son has asthma, and you save his life. So the emotion which happens with electric cars is, you can imitate any kind of car sound, you can't imitate health. And you can't imitate the emotion you have there. And when you're a car guy and you come from Germany, the first thing you think, imitate this car sound, until the second you sit in the car. and you start driving silent, you have the acceleration, the torque, and you just think, don't turn sound on. You just enjoy the silence. And last but not least, and this is my last reality check, this is what we did 2 weeks ago in Tokyo. People said this doesn't work, the cars don't drive. So we made a taxi station because they drive 16 hours a day. They go 300 kilometers a day, they go around the clock, and the worst thing to do is not to drive. We made the switch station here, you see it. It's in the center of Tokyo, it's out of glass. So Japanese people like technology. So when we switch a battery, they stop and start clapping their hands. Everybody wants to hop in this cab. It's amazing, we educate every day, every cab, 50 people. And the only thing I can tell you, it works. So the summary is, the electric cars, they will come. They will come faster than the German industry is predicting this, because in China, we signed 2 contracts with OEMs. We saw Japan, we have now started in France. France is very fast. At the day you can get a car, which is 30% of the price of the reselling price of an Audi A6 after 3 or 4 years for new, with a fixed price for 4 years, people start thinking to buy combustion engines. And this is what I'm saying. We don't end the combustion engine, but people will stop buying these cars when they see it works. And what I say is, switch the way you think, and this is my last, I see, the clock doesn't tick down, it's 0, so I can continue? No, it starts ticking. One last experience. I have a little nephew, he's 8 years old, and he likes what I do, but he cannot grab it because it's too complex. And so I always try to make simple examples. And he told me, after he saw the hybrid solution, and everybody saying the hybrid is the right answer, and I said, no, Bastian, hybrid is the stupidest car in the world. He said, why? I said, look, you have two complete powertrains, you pay twice the price, it's high complex, the only guy who loves it is the guy who makes the maintenance. He couldn't understand this, so I said, look, hybrid cars is like McDonald's. And this example you have to take with you. Because McDonald's, every 8-year-old boy understands. So what is with McDonald's? I said, look, 50% of the Germans are overweighted, I can say this. So 50% have too much weight. And what are they doing? They go to McDonald's and they order the super meal because it's so cheap, it's the big deal. So you take the Big Mac Maxi menu, special fries, large fries, bacon, cheese, and a Diet Coke. Because of the calories. And this Diet Coke is the hybrid engine, forget about it. It doesn't make sense. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you.